Ah, I'm dumb. My bad. Okay, first off, I'm not dead. Second off, Olivia went to go use the bathroom real quick, so when she comes back, I'm going to have her start playing. But yes, we are playing Doki Doki. So, those of you who have been following me for a while, I think it was 2 to 3 years ago, I streamed Doki Doki. So this is going to be the second Doki Doki playthrough on my channel. But I'm not playing through it this time. This time it's going to be my girlfriend Olivia. She has never played Doki Doki. She's heard a little bit about it from just like online memes and stuff like that, but she's never fully played through the game herself, nor has she watched a playthrough. Speak of the devil, here she is.
Hello. I'm just going to ignore the fact that he called me the devil. I'm also going to...
I did not call you the devil.
Speak of the devil, here she is.
That's an expression, Stinky.
Let me really quickly just send the stream out to a couple pals.
After 2 years, hi, have fun, can't watch because I have to go to sleep because of time zones and test tomorrow. Good luck. Hey, thank you for the heads up.
Good luck on your test.
Good luck. Good luck, good luck.
You sounded like a chicken.
Good luck, good luck. Also, we have custom emotes now, guys. Link hype. So we got 4 custom emotes, and if we get 2 more people to sign up as members, we unlock another emote slot. So that emote slot can be Greg, if you guys really want it.
Really want a Greg.
If you really want little Olivia, a little Olive. Wait, what?
Lil Olive 596.
Yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club is fucking sick. It's chat DLC. Yeah. You have to pay for the Greg DLC.
That's the channel DLC.
Channel DLC.
Greg content is exclusively members only now.
I think I'm cut off a little bit.
I'm probably cut off.
No, you're fine, but I'm cut off. I think it needs to come this way a little bit.
Also, I was gonna put my hair in cute anime buns, and then Dan said I don't prefer buns, and then I said
okay,
I don't know.
Way to fucking expose me. Hello. And take me out of context.
No, okay, I said I was going to do space buns, and then Dan said, I don't prefer buns. And I was like, well, does it look good at least? And he was like, I don't know how to give you an answer to that. So I just took the buns out, and now I'm in pigtails. But next stream, if you want to see anime, next time we stream Doki Doki Literature Club, if you want to see anime buns, spam the chat with...
You sit here, I sit there.
Spam the chat with, like, a cinnamon roll emoji or something. If they've got it.
Olivia took everything... you have to scooch over more.
What? To my pillow?
Okay, now it's good. Alright, I personally do not like buns, the style of buns when people put their hair in buns. And she took it super personally.
I did not. All I said was, does it look good? And you said, I don't know.
Lucario called you a weeb.
Thanks. Except I don't really watch anime other than JoJo's. Carlos, did you get to the creepy part?
I got to the creepy part. Hey, let's go. Alright, also this music is awesome. But
you want to move the bed closer to the desk so I can actually reach the keyboard? Okay. Sorry, we are sitting on my bed. My current desk chair is broken.
Alright. Hit new game. Enter your name. Olive oil.
That's me.
Alright, you gotta read all the dialogue.
Okay. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance. Waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Olive Oil. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. I don't know how to... Ihi?
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 I guess.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the students become increasingly speckled with... The streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Olive Oil, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? What did I do? I told you I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I don't know how to... What did I do?
What did you do?
I hit enter on something.
Just hit spacebar.
I fixed it.
Do spacebar.
I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Why are you looking at me?
That's you.
That is not me.
That's you.
No, my free time is spent on YouTube.
Your free time is spent on games and anime.
And YouTube. How often am I actually doing YouTube shit? Get out of here.
He definitely plays a lot more games and does a lot more. And
you have way more hours into Splatoon and Animal Crossing than I do.
That's definitely not true because I haven't played Animal Crossing in 2 weeks.
Splatoon, though, you play every day, at least for a few hours.
I play Splatoon for at least 30 minutes a day.
Wrong. Anyways, I'll just let her be right.
I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years, and you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I can't believe I'm Sayori. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did the club because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned it all out like this. I'll let it a long sign. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go.
I wonder if you're going to join the Greg Club.
The Greg Club? Did someone ask?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Greg Club. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, the section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Olive Oil. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I mean, she's me. She's me, but I'm also Sayori.
Natsuki.
Natsuki is just angry ball of cute.
Do you know the names yet? Or did they introduce?
Natsuki, Monica,
Yuri.
Yeah.
So Carly has a crush on Yuri. That's what she said in chat.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Olive Oil. Monica smiles sweetly. We know each other well. Oh, we do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl. Smart, beautiful, athletic.
Same.
Basically completely out of my league.
Rip. Basically out of my league. Rip.
What's chat saying?
Not much. They're just asking. People are just asking if it's your first time.
It is my first time.
I played it before, but it's Olivia's first time.
Greg Body Pillows.
Said Greg was best waifu.
Greg is best waifu.
I'm keeping chat entertained too.
I'm glad.
But they are enjoying this.
You too, Monica. Come sit down, Olive Oil. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit down next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. But how about I make some tea as well? What kind of fucking school? She's just like, I'm gonna make some tea. I'm a chill.
A comfy ass dope school? Hell yeah.
My English teacher in high school used to make us hot chocolate on days like.
Well, if you were getting hot chocolate, they could make tea.
It was on like the day before winter break, so she would bring in like a coffee maker so that we could all have some.
That's nice.
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, whoa! Ooh, woo! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. That's me. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite?
She's judging you from a distance.
That's also me. I'm like a mix of these two. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I think I have lingering pieces of your dialogue. Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
I hope not.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But, not for you anything, dummy.
No. Natsuki is saying that she's tried them before.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know.
Alright. You gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, a hot cup of tea helps you enjoy a good book. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And it encourages the others to get into literature that I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised more people aren't in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new.
You sound like you'd be good in the debate club.
Rude? My boyfriend's rude. Let me check chat real quick.
Not much is going on, really.
Debate club. Thanks, Carly. Sheep club. Someone really made a whole ass Undertale reference in this. Rat club.
Don't scroll up. I'm protecting you from spoilers.
I just saw rat club.
Okay.
Furry cupcakes.
Don't. What'd I say? You trying to get spoiled?
No, I scrolled up to Lil Olive Oil.
Yeah, see, not much is going on. It's pretty much chat as always.
Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Carly, that's so many rats. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. What? Does Sayori just kind of chill with her eyes closed the whole fucking game?
She's so cute, though. Honestly, they're all kind of cute.
Then, like,
anime girls are cute.
She looks like she has fangs.
So, if you had to pick one right now, which one do you think is the cutest?
Don't
give me that look.
Either one of these two. So either Natsuki or Sayori.
You don't like Yuri or Monica?
Yuri seems weird. I know Monica's fucky.
I mean, all you know is Monica's fucky?
I know a little bit about her.
Okay. So you're leaning towards Natsuki and Sayori right now?
I just relate to them the most. I really do. I'm just angry all the time. She's like a ball of anger, and she's just like confused. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Olive Oil, what things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Manga? How do you pronounce this?
I say manga, but I think the correct pronunciation is I don't know.
I always say manga.
They're the same thing.
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up, like looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Fair. Those are good. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Some of them are creative. Some people are creative. Some people just like to be LOL raw XD random when they write those things too. So
yeah, poems.
No, stories.
Stories, yeah. And
telling a good story in such foreign world is equally as impressive. Yes, when they're done well, they are really good. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Mood. I fucking hate people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a lot. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped for something I can relate to at the minimal level. This way, right, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eye darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. This is you talking to me.
True. And you getting angry.
Angry
react.
Sayori saddles up behind Natalie.
Natalie? Who's Natalie?
Natalie's from, Natalie's David Dobrik's assistant, Natsuki, and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have experience writing too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Okay, we sit in silence. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Olive Oil? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
Some Disney thing.
Okay. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Olive Oil. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend it every day with these girls, these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up. The girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Aww. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came for just the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That's me.
Yeah.
Then it makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Olive Oil, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me.
That's
me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Olive Oil, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow even closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Alright. So yeah, just pick pick your favorite word out of these, I guess. 4 out of 20. Hey.
Milk.
Yes.
I also like socks.
Alright, day 2.
I definitely got mostly Natsuki answers. She's the one that kept jumping over and over again. Hello again, Olive Oil. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thank you for keeping your promise, Olive Oil. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join this club at any clubs this year. And last year, too. Well, I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Olive Oil always gives his best as long as he's having fun.
I guess you're a guy now.
I guess so. He helps me with his work without even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable. I was going to make the name Greg.
You should have.
Dang.
I don't think you can change
How
it.
dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. I've never almost set my house on fire because of how messy my room is.
That's true.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Olive Oil can become good friends too. Sayori, As usual, Sayori... I clicked the thing. Fuck.
No, you're fine.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's just put me into. Oh, Yuri, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like kind of a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Do you want water or anything? Is your mouth getting dry?
Kind of.
I'll get water.
I'm actually kind of hungry, but I can't eat anything right now.
Okay. We'll keep playing. I'll get you water. You'll fill up on water. I'll be right back.
I can't read chat. So
don't read chat. Just keep
I'm
reading.
I'm also not allowed to read chat apparently.
Just keep reading.
All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag.
There's water right here.
There's not much left, but yeah.
And then there's some from the water bottle too.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much.
Aww.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some of the scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed at something. I approach her in case she needs a hand.
Ooh, interesting.
You looking for something in there?
Just you, baby girl. Ayy.
I'm cold.
So get a hoodie.
Can you grab me a hoodie off the back door?
Knowing Cat goes, imagine reading a book. Definitely can't be me.
That sounds like Carly.
Do you want this one or no?
Mm-mm. Okay. I want my clickbait one, because it's big and warm. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What is the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up?
True.
Yeah.
But yours wasn't organized.
My stuff is organized for me.
Wrong.
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right?
Carly said, bro, you didn't have to call me out like that.
I'd be like that. Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands.
I mean, that's a pretty fair point, to be honest. A lot of people are like, they like hide their interest because they're afraid of being judged. Where I always tell people, just be yourself. People will accept you for who you are, and if they don't, they're not your true friends. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow, sorry. I had to tease my hair for something, for those buns, and then I didn't use them. Now my hair feels weird, so give me a hot sec. It's too... I almost said to Iho, which is your boy, but...
Alex is here.
I was gonna say. I thought your actual brother was here, and I was like, Douglas?
No. Alex is here.
No, shut up, Dan. Furry.
Unfortunately, I'm not a sheep.
So are Cat Gang and Rat Gang also rival gangs?
What the fuck is a cat gang?
Annoying Cat is not a sheep nor a rat, so is she... So are they their own gang?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm taking a break from reading. I was trying
How did you know anyway?
Go away.
I was gonna read for you while you were doing that.
I got it.
Okay.
We taking a break. Listen. I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Oh my god. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
True.
Yeah. Yes. Like my shelf has one book missing right now.
Oof.
Do you see it?
I see it.
I don't know where that book went either.
F.
Big F. Get a little closer at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. That's fucking me.
Sassy little fuck.
That's me. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Olive Oil. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It's 4 girls in a colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki.
She almost said ooh.
Well, Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She passed the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. That's mine.
I know. I used it because it was the OO. I don't know if you should do it though because they can't hear you. I would happily kick Natsuki off the roof, said Lucario the thief.
Lucario.
Bro, that's so mean.
He would push me off a roof? Rude.
No, Natsuki.
I'm Natsuki though. Can you hear me?
It's very muffled. It's a lot more clear with it off. I just wanted to show it.
Oh, whoa!
Okay.
I don't like how sharp the teeth are.
That's the point.
Dan's inspiration. I said inspiration. I would cry. Mood. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me.
Grumpy.
It's me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something if it didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's this really funny chapter where they're obsessed with this guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. That's you. Every time you're angry. I'm like, but I'm not that angry.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, it's Mother's Day is Sunday, so I have a thing to
look at. I can take over for a couple minutes if you want.
It's okay. She would, yeah. Oh, I like that better than what we have now.
That's obviously better than we have now.
Well, I like that one, or I like that one down there.
The bottom left?
This. Yeah, which one do you... Well,
they're both kind of the same to me, but either one of those works. Okay, bye. Yeah, she's like that a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my mom would definitely like this. It's very large, but it's cool. Okay, sorry. Okay, so really quickly while we're taking a break, don't forget to like the stream, share the stream, subscribe to
me,
Will Dan. I'm also starting a vlog channel soon. Hopefully.
More info to come.
More info to come, but I'm definitely going to... It's probably going to be something along the lines of olive oil. But, it's mostly going to be vlog content, but I will be doing some gaming on it.
Actually, we're going to have a vlog coming out probably tomorrow.
We are.
So,
You guys are finally gonna get to see what Carly looks like. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, Carly, if you're still in the chat, you are obviously in the vlog.
I don't think she cares.
Well, I mean, yeah.
What'd she
Once I finish the art.
Yeah. Once she finishes the art, I'm gonna post my first video, and then we'll go from there. But also, if you guys want to see something specific from me that you've seen him play before, but you want to see my take on it on my channel, let one of us know, and I'll definitely take your ideas into consideration. 'Cause I'd love
Carly face reveal.
Who said that, Lucario?
Also, you guys probably have noticed, I now have memberships enabled on my channel, so that's why I'm using all these cool custom emotes in chat that you guys have obviously been seeing this entire time. So if you want to use some of the custom emotes that I'm using and get member exclusive videos and streams, it's $2 a month, which is it's cheaper than a normal Twitch sub. Twitch subs are $5 a month, where this is only $2 a month. You're getting the custom emotes, the loyalty badges, and content, exclusive content. So it's totally worth the price.
Carly says play BitLife on your channel. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Oh, while we're updating people on things, can you hand me my plant? The one that's on the windowsill.
You want to update them on your plant?
I want to update my plant.
Okay.
My plant's important to me.
Imagine paying for DLC on YouTube.
So, I know y'all don't care, but I started growing a plant at the beginning of quarantine, and now it looks like this.
It's sprouting. Yeah, they see it.
It's my favorite. I'm so excited because this is the only one that's sprouted and stayed alive.
I thought this one hasn't sprouted yet. No.
My lavender hasn't sprouted, but my wildflowers have. So.
All right, ready to continue?
In general, subscribe to Dan.
That's me.
If you guys want to see our vlog and see us being crackheads in the woods,
Have the notification bell on.
Have your notification bell on, because it should be going up tomorrow. It's a cool vlog too. It looks really cool.
It's like a cute 2-minute little vlog.
I faced my fear. That's not in the vlog, because I couldn't record that and face my fear at the same time. Yeah. So you can watch Dan face my fear for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but there's a lot of baking in this manga. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? What? This is the worst angle. I hate this. We read on for a few minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something with someone else, something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. I could ever get any of my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Me? I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Fun fact, I was talking to Dan today about not judging something based on how it looks, or how childish it looks.
Oh, Splatoon. It was Splatoon.
About Splatoon today. I was like, why don't more people play this game?
Splatoon's dope. Play Splatoon.
Play Splatoon. If you haven't played Splatoon, play Splatoon.
Play Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Splatoony.
Guys, if this stream... How many people are in this chat?
About 7.
7. But if by the end of this stream, if it has 11 likes, I will convince him and I to do a series of West of Loathing. And I will get every fucking Splatoon. Bet.
What is West of Loathing?
I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you later. But if this stream gets 10 likes, I will sorry. If the stream gets 10 likes, I will convince him to play West of Loathing with me.
I don't know what that is, but maybe. I'd have to look into it first.
I'll play it by myself then.
Okay.
Loser. Okay. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to
I'm gonna
find
tell
friends.
Justin you said yes about this.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you get me? No, I'm just kidding. You can't get me anything. I'm starving.
Sprite?
I'm hungry. I can't drink Sprite.
Or not Sprite. Okay. I'm sorry. Just drink water.
I'm so hungry.
Drink water. I'll be right back.
He bork.
Don't look at chat.
I'm sorry, I can't look at chat, but if you guys want to see me play West of Loathing or Kingdom of Loathing, I'd love to play that game too. Let me know. I'll do it. I'll probably make it a stream on this channel, but he'll have to play it with me. So, I have seen West of Loathing as a Markiplier series. That's it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated to the other losers over time, but it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe in here, in the classroom. Except Monica is kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? Ugh, hold on. I'm big dumb. I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So. Aha. Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. I always feel a little bit bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Howdy.
Hello. Am back.
Anything interesting happened in the chat while you were gone?
Not much.
No, Plant Animal Crossing and Meeple Festival. Absolutely not. I will cry.
Just so.
It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words that feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile to myself a little. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. Just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say this mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take you forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff, and I carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monaco enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaves torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same.
Ooh, now we're reading poems.
Who should I show my poem to first? I trust her the most. Definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. That was my logic. This is a good poem, Olive Oil. You sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I mean, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I mean, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Olive Oil. Deep down, you're not that selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all? Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Okay, gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that.
Alright, we reading poems now. So this is Natsuki's poem?
Sayori's poem.
Oh, Sayori, sorry.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Mood. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
You?
That's also me. Every morning I wake up and I'll lay in bed for like 20 minutes and I'll go, babe, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I should just go get food. I'll just sit there for like hours with no breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
What? That's what you do.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
Whatever that means.
I forgot to do it last night. Hello?
Just click return, yeah. I think you clicked on something.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! That's what I had for breakfast this morning. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast.
It is bad to skip breakfast. Make sure you get breakfast.
The most important meal of the day. Serving it up. Gary's way.
Exactly.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I'll just share it with this one.
Natsuki! Okay.
Okay, well, let's start with the thing I don't like.
Okay. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, it'd be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
She's a little brat.
Me. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Who the fuck did that? You just don't understand, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Horses can...
Did you read the first line?
That's a title.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still supposed to read the title. Okay, just keep going.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Okay.
I don't know about that one.
Interesting.
I don't know about that, Chief.
Interesting.
I like my eggs with...
Oh, watch out, watch out.
Oh, no, I did a thing. I should save it anyway, just in case.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And then go back to our turn.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. That isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I'd like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it meant. That's what it means to be a pro. What?
They just said that was the best poem ever.
No, bad poem. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
You like Yuri the least?
I don't particularly care for Yuri.
Okay. Hello there, Olive Oil.
Go away.
Hi, Olive Oil. I'll read your poem next.
I'm throwing him out a window. Speaking of, Dan the other night was going to turned on the fan, and it was in the window, and then
the whole thing just fucking fell.
About 5 minutes later, it's my mother.
Yeah, I'll help you with that. Are you having a good time so far?
Wait, if I'm supposed to be playing this, why are you doing that?
I've taken over.
We'll be out at like 6.
Do you want to say 6:30?
No,
Or
6 is good, because I think she's making steak.
Okay.
Because I am hungry.
Okay.
So
we got 30 minutes left, guys. Let's see if we can get through this next day.
I'm so hungry. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the clubs, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Why did she do that? She's the only one who does that. Don't worry, Olive Oil. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Olive Oil. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Yes. Where the Sidewalk Ends? Good book. Huh? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, then let's read it. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't. No, I can't. I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas are already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. Realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. He, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems recently. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's coming on kind of strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. You just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So, I get what she's saying, but to be fair, if you're writing a story or you're writing anything kind of like creatively, start at the climax of the story and then go back, because you want to write your most interesting stuff first and then
get it out of your brain,
and then go back and write the backstory for people.
That's a good point. No, don't look.
I was reading the last chat from Lucario, fucker. Yes. It's something about Zelda.
Said Dan's favorite Zelda game is Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
Can we stop with that game, please?
Yeah, Amiibo Festival is dead. Leave it dead.
Sorry, I have a blister on my foot from not wearing socks.
Maybe you should wear socks.
I was gonna ask him to get socks and then I was lazy. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. That's me. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it, though. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a little while to get used to new people. It's fine. I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that all myself, I've kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is really a demeanor. It's as if her demeanor really changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them up, But getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. I hate writing poetry with my entire being. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Okay, hold on. Carly said Catherine comes to Connecticut, or comes to CT in 2 weeks.
Whack.
Whack?
Whack.
Why is that whack? Shouldn't that be a good thing?
She lives in Indiana.
Yeah.
Is she gonna be all weird and Midwestern now, Car?
She going darn have one of them accents.
I like her handwriting. That's kind of what my handwriting looks like.
Read it out loud. Also, read the titles.
You don't have to read the titles.
Read the titles.
You don't have
Just
to read the
read the titles. They're important.
I'm gonna lick his face. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Yes. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last Hiepi replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing in the air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I can't read that. I can like barely read that.
What?
Yeah, I can barely read cursive.
It's not that hard to read.
I don't know how to read scripts, so I couldn't read that one.
Carly, you went to a Catholic school and learned how to do cursive. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
I mean, you don't. It's just cursive, and no one can read cursive.
And they're bad at reading.
Did your mom say that's fine?
She said the stakes are going on the girl now, so I said, okay.
Okay.
What?
I just can't read.
I wasn't thinking that at all. Carly just can't read.
No, annoying cat.
Carly also can't read. What up? I'm Jared. I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Olive Oil. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They do. Read an Emily Dickinson poem if you haven't. That shit is deep. She was a fucking recluse. She lived in her house by herself. She didn't go anywhere. Everyone thought she was crazy. And she didn't get recognized for her work until way after.
Feels mad, man.
Did Carly say she can't read? I said Carly can't read. She says I can't. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be too long before you pick up on those things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll just have to keep on trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I had anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for a suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Olive Oil did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some of my suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless I, of course, come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Olive Oil liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested on trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Uh-oh.
That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Olive Oil appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Olive Oil started showing up.
Damn, she's calling her out.
Natsuki! Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Olive Oil! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making all your poems so convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Olive Oil. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Olive Oil? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me.
Ooh, so you gotta pick one.
I'm out of here.
You went for Sayori.
Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting like this when you know you're making your friend feel like that? Olive Oil. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop!
Oof.
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's is so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same size they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I may come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make such a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay. Really quickly, because it's 5:47. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the next poem, and I'm going to finish that, and then I'm going to save it.
Yeah, you're pretty close to that.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Olive Oil, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk to everyone. A neat thing to talk with everyone about. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little bit about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Olive oil! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.
Aww.
Ooh woo. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Olive Oil, it's nice that I get to spend a lot of time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think that everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this poem and then
Yep. So after this poem, we're gonna call it quits. We're slightly calling it a couple minutes early, just because of the fact that it's a really good stopping point. Plus, we have to go eat dinner.
Also, I have a lot of talking.
Yeah.
It's hurting my throat.
Oh, look, aura is a word. You don't have to choose it though. You can choose whatever you want. Mouse. Choose mouse. Mouse gang.
Mouse gang.
Mouse gang.
Rat gang. I still like the word boop. I'm gonna go with depression this time. I clicked a thing. Depression. Musica. She's sad.
Sad.
Existence. Poof. Kawaii. Anime is an important part of our culture. I love Puppy. Puppy's still good. Doki Doki.
I think Doki Doki means like heartbeat in Japanese or something like that.
Sure.
Or that's the sound that your heart makes. You want to stop here? Yeah. Oh. Yep. Just save.
I just save it on this one. So that if I want to go back to this one, I can.
Okay. And then you can, yeah. Oh.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to leave it on a black screen. Or
I guess we'll leave it. We could always... Interception. So we got 9 likes. Well, that's probably not updated, but...
Here, let's...
Nice. Perfect.
8.
Perfect.
7. Oh, that's good. Perfect. Love that. Anyways.
This is funny.
Ew, this is ugly. I hate looking at myself that many times.
Oh, that was great.
Thank you all for coming. 20 minutes of me begging to play the game. What?
Okay, no read chat. No,
no,
read
I'm
chat.
Reading...
No read. Call me Carson.
I'm reading.
That's
Call
the
Me
wrong
Carson
channel.
Live. Excuse me.
It's the wrong channel. Hey, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
No reading chat, you.
Good stream. Thank you.
Hey.
Sorry I wasn't really talking to y'all much.
She kind of couldn't.
I really couldn't. So if by tomorrow there are, I'll extend it to tomorrow.
Yeah,
if
fine.
by tomorrow there are 10 likes on the stream, I will convince him to buy. Oh fuck! What was it? It was West of Loathing.
I still don't know what
I will show him West of Loathing, and then we'll go from there. So Goodbye, guys.
Bye. We will be back.
Tomorrow.
Oh wait, so I asked them if they wanted Doki Doki or Jackbox tomorrow, and they said either one. So we'll be back either tomorrow with Jackbox or with Doki Doki Jackbox.
Or
sorry.
Doki Doki tomorrow.
Doki Doki Jackbox. I love that game.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Friends. Oh my god.
Nope, it's down there.
No, I don't have to end stream here.
Nope, down there.